Hi, my name is Ariel Klein, and I'm most interested in the BA Honors Acting course because I think that it's the course that's going to allow me to get an education in a variety of different acting techniques and methods, and then also at the same time be able to participate in the creation of new pieces of theater that would allow me to really contribute to the artistic community that I eventually become a part of. And that would be able to happen through the secondary concentrations in playwriting, directing, and production. So yeah, and the three monologues that I'm going to be performing are a monologue from Mogadishu by Vivian Franzman, and then a monologue from King Lear by William Shakespeare, and then my original piece, which is called Chemical Spills. Thank you.
Do you know that old pier in Brighton? My dad was obsessed by it. He was always going on about how it was deteriorating. He used to take a picture of it every week, so he had a record of it falling down. What a weirdo. I've got this picture of me and him standing in front of it. This really old woman took it. Dad asked her to, and she was shaking because she was nervous in case she took it wrong. He bought her a cup of tea afterwards, and he kept making her laugh, calling her Lady in Red and Scarlet Woman because she had this red coat on. He could be really cheesy sometimes. I mean, really fucking cheesy. And then afterwards, we walked her back to her house. And when we got there, she bent right down and took my hand and said, "You're very lucky to have such an amazing daddy." Talk about cheesy. That is cheese on toast. When I close my eyes, I can remember everything about that woman. But when I think of Dad, I can't see him. It's like he's getting further and further away, and the more I try to imagine, the more I look at pictures of him to try and remember, the stranger he looks. By day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes from one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I'm sick. If you come slack of former services, you shall do well. The fault of it I'll answer. Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I'll have it come to question. And if he dislike it, let him to our sister, whose mind and mine, I know, in that are one, not to be overruled. Idle old man that still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now by my life, old fools are babes again, and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen as abused. Remember what I tell you.
Holding our lives in their hands. But their hands are on their heads because they know the truth. That the government loves chemical spills. Another shipment of toxic chemicals results in an accident. It's not a shock. The government reacts to these explosions by releasing the toxins. I don't let on, but I know the government loves chemical spills. Get 'em all, those chemical spills. Chemical spills help the government cure the world of humans. So I guess that I love chemical spills. Get me all these chemical spills. Chemical spills will help me cure the world of humans. And who the hell surprised keep getting poor, transporting toxic ores on trains breaking down. So I guess the government loves chemical spills. Get 'em all, those chemical spills. Chemical spills will help the governments cure the world workers. And I love chemical spills. Get me all these chemical spills. Chemical spills kill the workers and cure the world humans. You know, it's kind of crazy. And I think it's definitely a higher environmental impact than my plan to bioengineer a disease, but I think that chemical spills could kill off the entire human population. Who would have thought?